Hi everyone, my name is Nkuna and I am applying to be your Law House Chairperson and to be part of the General EC. I'm going to answer a few questions just so you can get to know a little bit more about me. First, I'd like to highlight a few points from my manifesto. I intend to foster a culture that breeds an inclusive environment as opposed to the existing competitive environment through social engagement, amongst other things. I also want to create more awareness for sub-houses so students can find the communities within sub-houses, as well as raise awareness for their activities while working with them to achieve their mandate and that of Law House. I want to invite firms that operate outside the corporate environment to foster awareness for students who might not want to go into the corporate world and to advertise other fields within the law. I want to further advance the objectives of the anti-discrimination policy within the law faculty and to further boost inclusiveness and protect the rights of students. I want to help in aiding the transition from online learning to contact learning in the event that campus activity resumes within the coming year. I want to work with class representatives and through rigorous consultation, keeping in mind COVID-19 regulations. I want to engage in drives that will cater to the needs of students and the community through sub-houses, ranging from food to sanitary wear. I'd also like to promote work-life lifestyles within the law faculty as to get students engaged with social engagement as well as sporting events to promote their mental health. I applied for the position Chairperson in General EC because I sought after the privilege of being a voice for the concerns of law students. I wanted to head a team that is driven by a culture of service, representing students, keeping the mandate of Law House, and just being part of a team that has a common mandate. I'm confident in the fact that I have the necessary leadership, communication, organizational, intra- and interpersonal skills needed to head a structure such as the Law House. Therefore, I vehemently agree with the statement. It is not about the blazer nor the title, but rather the work that you do, because that is what will speak for you at the end of the day. And a good leader knows that they have to keep the mandate while serving the people that elected them. Representing the students and being there to serve them should be the ultimate goal for all the team members. That's why it's very important that everyone gets their head in the game. In the event that we have a team member that is unmotivated or uninvolved, it calls for intervention because this is an example of conflict in the structure. Take a bicycle, for example. A bicycle has different parts to it and they all work collectively to form one moving unit. If one part fails, the entire bicycle stops being in motion and you need to fix it. By fixing it, this is the intervention that I mentioned earlier. And I, as the chairperson, would have to take conflict resolution steps to ensure that it does not continue or that it stops. Some of the steps that I would take would be, first of all, accept the existence of such conflict because it is natural. Analyze it, and then use my skills to act as a common agent while listening actively and attentively to the problem, keeping confidentiality, of course, and working as a unit once again to ensure that we move forward. The best sacrifice that you can give to such a body is one that you cannot take back: your time and your energy. In order to be an effective leader, you need to be completely invested in the success of the mission to avoid inattentiveness and negligence. By ceding my time and plans, I can provide solutions in an efficient manner to ensure that the problems that the students face are attended to. Let's be honest. In order to be a leader, you need to be willing to change your schedule a little to fulfill the commitment you not only made to yourself, but to students and the body that you represent. It goes from me to we. With great realization that every leader has their own goals, it remains imperative to be conscious of the interpersonal skills needed when dealing with people. You deal with different personalities on a daily basis, and you need to have the emotional intelligence to apply particular emotions in particular situations. You cannot effectively lead someone you simply do not understand. Any criticism that arises from acts performed in my official capacity cannot cloud personal relationships and personal judgments, and therefore cannot be taken personally. I will be able to distinguish between the criticism that is based on my work and criticism about me personally. In the event that democracy rules against me and my ideas do not pass, I have to be open to suggestions and changes, even if portfolio heads make decisions in their respective portfolios and they conflict with my initial idea. I will not rule as an autocratic leader. That brings us to the end of the video. It is my ideal to lead with the student, by the student, for the student, and bringing change we can believe in.